塗り替えられていない日本最速記録プロデビュー5戦で掴んだ世界タイトル、元 WBO 世界ミニマム級チャンピオン、日本最速8戦目で世界2階級制覇を達成、元 WBO 世界ライトフライ級チャンピオン、そして世界最速記録プロ12戦目で3階級制覇を達成した元 WBO 世界フライ級チャンピオン、本日世界最速での世界4階級制覇に挑むドリームボーイ田中
WBO Super Flyweight Championship 12 round box match. No batting, no low blow, clean fight, okay? Good luck. Okay.
New Year's Eve has belonged to Kazuto Ioka here in Japan for the better part of a decade. Will it belong to him tonight, or will this be Kosei Tanaka's party to close out 2020? And Tanaka starts off hot with a right hand in the opening 5 seconds of this bout. Scheduled for 12 rounds. A WBO Super Flyweight title on the line. See Ioka in the gray and silver trunks. Tanaka, the aggressor here in the early going. In the all black. Right away, Ioka assuming the role of the boxer. He is a beautiful technical boxer to watch. Some of the best footwork in all of boxing. Tanaka, maybe the best pure offensive fighter in the sport. A truly electric offensive fighter. And Ioka is going to have to tame that if he wants to stop what Tanaka is proposing as a generational change here tonight. Both these men fought exactly 1 year ago on the same card that was headlined by Ioka, as he scored a unanimous decision victory over Javier Cintrón. Tanaka picked up an easier than expected knockout victory over Wulan Tuolahazi inside 3 rounds. Good combination there from Ioka. Trying to temper the rapid pace of Tanaka, who, if he gets going, can be a whole lot to handle. Ioka, good sign for him. He's already landed a jab flush a couple of times. Body work there from Ioka as well. Tanaka not afraid to let his hands go either. Exactly what we expected here in the early going. Both these men have waited a full year to get back in the ring. They have dealt with all the same things we've dealt with in 2020. They've been in isolation waiting for this fight effectively for 365 days. Triple left hook there from Ioka and a counter right hand over the top. An intriguing opening round and an encouraging one for the champion Ioka. Take a look back at some of the action from the opening round. There was that flush right hand from Tanaka. That came mere seconds into the bout. Things got a little better for Ioka as that round went on. We'll see how things progress here as we enter round 2. Tanaka, a calculated pressure fighter, an outstanding combination puncher. Combination on the inside from Ioka. I described Ioka as a master boxer in the opening round, but as his career has gone on, he's shown a willingness to get in the pocket a little more frequently than he did early in his career. And some of that more recently may have been due to the height and the dimensions of his opponents, Aston Palicte and Javier Cintrón, very tall, super flyweight, so almost out of necessity, he had to be a little closer to his opponent than he had been in the past, but he has always been a terrific body puncher. And it's interesting here in the early going. He has been willing to exchange with Tanaka a little more, but he doesn't want to take too many of those shots. Right hand starting to rein in from Tanaka. Ioka gives him a little head nod, acknowledging the work from Tanaka. But Ioka replying with some good work of his own. A little showmanship there as he pops a couple of jabs in the face of the challenger. High-level stuff, just as we expected. We enter the final minute of the second frame. Good work there from Ioka. And that right hand comes over the top. That's one of his hallmarks, rolling under the jab and coming over the top with the right hand. You'll see Ioka just shift his body weight to his left and still come over the top of the right hand. There, Tanaka was looking for it, but he ate a jab in the process. Momentum swings even inside one round. Ioka and Tanaka giving us everything we expected already through two. Both men trading power shots at various points in that round. Tanaka focuses on the body as he opens round three. And Tanaka has said that this fight is kind of like the closing of a chapter in his career. He has said that this will be his last fight with his father as his lead trainer. That he wants to reward him with this fourth world title for everything he's taught him. And he wants to move on to even bigger fights against names like Juan Francisco Estrada and Roman Gonzalez. But funny enough, those are the names that Ioka is looking at as well. He has been in their orbit for quite some time. The body work there from Tanaka. Goes back downstairs again and a clubbing right hand up top. Good snapping jab there from Ioka. who really is one of the most accurate body punchers in the sport. Both these men are really. You know, we often describe fighters as good body punchers, but seldom do you get guys like Ioka and Tanaka who regularly finish fights with devastating body punches. Both these men with just tremendous left hooks to the body. There's a good chopping right hand from Tanaka. Final 30 seconds of round 3. Another right hand connects from Tanaka. Trying to put an exclamation point on this round is the challenger. This left hook that we were talking about from Ioka. Partially blocked there from Tanaka. Tanaka both started and finished round 3 very well. But you would have to say, in terms of the pacing of this fight, this hasn't been a bad look for Ioka so far. He has managed to temper that electric, overwhelming pressure of Tanaka. Although, when Tanaka has let his hands go, it's still been impressive. Tanaka throws it. 6-punch combination there. Not all of it landing. Ioka welcomes it and says, come on, and now tries to back Tanaka. A little sweeping right hook from Tanaka, and he tries to dig to the body with an uppercut. Both men with such fluid and creative offense. The right hook connects from Ioka there. Final minute of round 4. As the pendulum swings back and forth between the old guard of Kazuto Ioka and the budding superstar Kosei Tanaka. Body work there from Ioka, finishes that combination with a jab upstairs. Good overhand right connects from Ioka as well. And now blood starting to pour from the nose of Tanaka. Tanaka's defense has shown to be leaky in the past. And Ioka is finding those holes here in the early going. You see the defense of Ioka. in real time, that combination looked very impressive. You slow it down, you see that Ioka wasn't really bothered at all by anything in that sequence. As we enter round 5, Tanaka's corner has some work to do on the face of their fighter, and it isn't necessarily alarming that Tanaka is getting hit. We've certainly seen that throughout his career. He has been in some tremendous fights, in particular his 2018 war with Shokumura, what many consider to be a modern classic. He definitely gets hit, but what is encouraging if you're a backer of Ioka is how confident he has been, especially over the last 2 rounds, in letting his hands go and putting punches together in combination. He's not just trying to temper the offense of Tanaka. He is backing Tanaka up at times and has felt compelled to put shots together in combination. Now you see an emboldened Ioka walking Tanaka back behind a guard. Just putting the high guard up, putting Tanaka under some duress. Normally, that's what Tanaka would want. In general, Tanaka welcomes exchanges because 9 times out of 10, he gets the better of him. But tonight, he's in there with the best fighter he's ever faced. And a tremendous counterpuncher. Good shot over the top from Ioka as well. Before that sequence, there was a jab that landed from Tanaka. Ioka kind of welcomed another one and countered over the top with a right hand, and he flattens Tanaka with a counter left. Oh, Tanaka may be in serious trouble here, but there's not enough time for Ioka to capitalize. What a start for the champion, Kazuto Ioka. Let's take a look back at this shot from Ioka. A picture-perfect counter left hook. And Kosei Tanaka has found a level of adversity he has not had to overcome in his career. He's been in wars. He's been hurt before. But he has never been in this kind of trouble against this caliber of an operator. Another right hand connects from Ioka a moment ago. Another one. The uppercuts start to rain in, and Ioka starting to roll his hands, starting to find his rhythm. He said before this fight, I'm not particularly impressed with Tanaka. And he might have been the only one who would watch Tanaka and come to that conclusion. But certainly he saw something that he could exploit, and he is doing so here in the first half of this fight. Ioka just ripping combinations right now. Over the last minute, Tanaka has been getting into the spaces where he wants to be, but hasn't been letting his hands go. Now trying to find his rhythm, maybe work behind his jab, but he runs into another left hook. Tanaka said it was time for a generational change. It may not be that time quite yet. The second knockdown scored by Kazuto Ioka. Under 40 seconds left in round 6. A little more time to capitalize on that knockdown than number 1. But Tanaka giving it everything he's got, trying to fire back. You certainly can't count out a fighter with the power and the offensive talent of Tanaka. But he has been surprisingly not just outboxed, but outgunned.
We'll
take a look back at the second knockdown. Nearly an identical shot, although this one not set up by a right hand like the first knockdown. The shot that did the damage. Virtually identical. And having hit the canvas twice, and perhaps having lost some or many of the early rounds as well, the ones that didn't feature knockdowns, you'd have to think that Tanaka is almost entering the stage of this fight where he has to really just lay it on the line. And in doing so, puts himself in jeopardy of running in to some of those same shots that have put him on the canvas twice. Tanaka really selling out to get on the inside here, but taking some punishment the moment he gets there. Tanaka fires back with a right hand. And frankly, even if he weren't in the circumstance that he's in right now with the knockdowns and potentially on the scorecards, having seen what we've seen, this just may be his best shot. Because on the outside, he is getting timed and hurt. But maybe on the inside, he can make use of his hand speed and his strength. and just out-hustle Ioka. But Ioka does not seem bothered by standing in there with Tanaka. Tanaka goes to the body, brings a chopping right hand behind that combination downstairs. Now they trade uppercuts on the inside. Tanaka trying to become the fastest four-division world champion in the history of boxing. He would beat Oscar De La Hoya's record were he to be victorious here tonight. But he has quite the mountain to climb right now. Final 10 seconds of round 7, a much better round for Tanaka.
Kazuto is smart, eh? Kazuto is smart, is smart. Jab Hayaku, B is little Hayaku.
Now round 8.
Round 8 begins. We'll see if Tanaka can keep up the pressure and continue to get to the inside where it would appear he has his best shot. Though interesting to note that Ioka should be very prepared for that kind of fight. He spent plenty of time sparring Daigo Higa throughout training camp, his gym mate at the Ambition Gym. We'll see Higa coming up after our main event in the co-feature. Higa will be taking on Yuki Strong Kobayashi. Right now is a pair of former bantamweight champions, just like, 112-pound champions, just like Higa, going toe-to-toe in the center of the ring. Good left hook to the body there from Ioka. And an uppercut and a right hand. Oh, Tanaka rattled with that left hook, and that is it. He is out on his feet in the arms of the referee, and Kazuto Ioka